For the analytics clouds, please help me welcome to the stage Vijay Gupta. Vijay.
Thank you, Brad. Good morning, everybody. I am really excited to be here. And I'm so excited, I'm not making fun here. I'm so excited that my heart rate currently is, oh boy, I shouldn't have signed up for this, 150, which is way above my resting heart rate. But what that also means is that I am currently in my fat burn zone. So the longer I stay here, the fitter I will get. So all the best to the organizers who wanted me off stage in 2 minutes. And I'm going to spend some time here. Now, what's the point of sharing this with you? The point is very simple. The ease with which I want to understand what's happening to my body is exactly the ease with which you want to understand the health of your business. And over the last many years, through our class-leading product, Adobe Analytics, we have given you the power to understand the heartbeat of your business. And today, with the announcement of Analytics Cloud, we are bringing the power of Adobe Analytics with the power of Adobe Audience Manager on top of Adobe Cloud Platform to enable use cases that were not possible before. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the world of experience intelligence. What do we mean by this? Experience intelligence is your ability to use data as a fuel to drive your business. More specifically, it is about 3 things. Number 1, it is about meaningful measurement. It is about you to have the ability to understand a 360-degree view of your customer across the physical and the digital channel. Number 2, it is about precision audiences. It is the ability to turn segments into audiences. And audiences, as you know, are made up of people. Just look around you. Not channels, not devices, but people. And finally, number 3, it's about actionable insight, being able to act on the insight that data is giving to you. It's the ability to craft personalized experiences when your audiences are ready to receive that message, right at the millisecond when your audience is ready to receive that particular personalized message. Now, we all are very well aware of the fact that we have limited resources. However, the amount of data that we need to make sense of, it's not decreasing, it's actually increasing every year. In fact, in Adobe, on behalf of our clients, last year, we processed 100 trillion transactions. So the question is, can Analytics Cloud help us make sense of this data? So let's find out. Let's find out through a demonstration. And for this demonstration, what we are going to do is we are going to use the example of Princess Cruises. I would like to take this opportunity to thank Princess Cruises for allowing us to use their brand and their assets. And to take us through this demonstration, I would like to welcome on stage my colleague, Joe O'Connor. Hello, Joe.
Hello, Vijay.
So, what are you showing us today?
Well, I'm delighted to be back at Summit again today, and today I'm going to talk to you about Virtual Analyst. Virtual Analyst is taking the power of Adobe Analytics and Sensei to help us make smarter and better decisions for our businesses. So hopefully what we can see on the screen behind us in just a second is Adobe Analytics, and I'm in a workspace. For those of you who are still using reports, this is a really great opportunity to start migrating into workspaces. They're a completely dynamic view of your dimensions, your metrics, your segments, You can drag them into data tables. You can drag them into different types of visualizations. They allow you to explore your data and make better decisions at the speed of thought. But one of the really cool features we have within this now is now anomaly detection, which used to be a separate report, is baked right into workspaces, everywhere that I have a trend. So if I'm going onto my graph up here, we can see that Sensei has analyzed my data using 28 different algorithms to figure out what is normal for Princess Cruises. And we can see, if I mouse along, that on the 20th, we had an anomaly where we had 69% higher than expected revenue. And I know you like the money, VJ, so normally you'd be interested in a 69% spike.
And usually I'll take a revenue spike without asking any questions. But today, I'll make an exception. What's behind this, Joe?
And I'm so glad you asked that question. Normally, we could be spending days or even weeks figuring out what caused an event like this. Or we could be smart. And I can use Virtual Analyst. We can do contribution analysis, again, directly in my workspace, no separate report. And in this case, analysts and Sensei will crunch tens of millions of different dimensions and metrics to figure out what caused this particular anomaly. And I can see that, for example, I've got graduates and people between the ages of 25 and 34 are the main contributors towards this particular anomaly. But there's something more. I know that data is my third-party data that I'm sharing with analytics from the advertising cloud. So directly within my first-party analytics environment, I can see in this case that obviously there's a display campaign that's been dragging new people to my site. I don't need to go anywhere else to do this. And knowing it's a campaign, then I might want to have a look for some more campaign metrics, like costs, clicks, impressions, drag them into my table, and you can see that the table and the visualizations are getting updated in real time, so I can see exactly what's going on to cause this particular issue on my particular website.
So, so you were telling me that I don't have to move away from the screen to see all of that?
No.
That's amazing. Where else actually can I use this data?
Well, it's the journey we've been on for a few years now. We've been trying to let you use the power of analytics throughout the Marketing Cloud. So within Target, you can use analytics segments to drive target campaigns. Within Audience Manager, I can use first-party data from analytics to drive lookalike modeling so I can do better ad buying. Or, today, I want to show you what we can do within Adobe Experience Manager. So think about, as a result of this anomaly, I might want to run a website campaign or an app campaign, and I'm looking for some good assets to drive that particular experience. And now we have an insights view, which is driven by Virtual Analyst. So I get an overlay over all my assets with a little snapshot of how they've been used and how they've been reacted to. If I drag into one of them, like this beautiful picture of a cruise ship, I can even get to the detailed Insights tab, where I can see exactly how it was used, exactly how it was responded to this week, last month, or even for the entire year. So now, from within my normal working environment, I have all the information that I need to make a smart decision for my business.
So, if I'm understanding this right, you are bringing the content and the data about the content together in one place so that I can figure out what works, what doesn't, upfront.
You understand correctly.
Great. Now, if we can circle back to the anomaly that we started with, Joe, the revenue spike, how do I keep on top of all those things that are happening in my business?
Well, it's a really good question because, I mean, businesses run all the time, but most of us occasionally like to have a life outside of work. Mm-hmm. For example, in the effort to get his heart rate down, he likes to do cricket and other things on a regular basis. But even though we're not always in the office, Virtual Analyst is. So one of the things that we can now do is this thing called smart alerts. So if I went to one of these contributions, for example, I can create an alert from that selection. I can modify this alert. So for example, I'll get rid of that, maybe drag in a few more metrics. I can see this would have fired 11 times in the last month. I'm going to give it a name. And with a typical lack of imagination, I'm going to call it the Summit campaign. I'm going to send an email alert to my boss. But in this case, I know VJ never reads his emails. So we'll send him a text message, which he might...
How did you find out?
Because you never answer my emails. So I'm going to save that. And now the next time this particular event happens, my boss will get an email, but you will get a text alert.
So this is really amazing. So I don't have to, or businesses don't have to wait for a monthly report or a weekly report to know what's happening on the ground.
No.
Fantastic. So I get that. What's the utility of a text message, though?
Have I ever let you down, VJ?
There's always a first time, Joe.
This is true. Come over to the telephone and
Okay.
have a look at the text message which hopefully has been sent. So imagine that it's a weekend, you're out taking photographs, you're playing cricket, you're playing with your kids. You get this lovely alert, which is nice, but you need information to know, do I need to drop everything and go into the office now? Or is this something that can wait a few hours or even until Monday morning? So why not let Adobe Analytics and Virtual Analyst tell you? Ask it to analyze that anomaly for you.
Okay, so what do I need to do?
Type
Just type
analyze.
analyze. And send.
And in a couple of seconds, contribution analysis is running again in the background and returning to VJ in his text message exactly what contributed towards that particular event. Essentially, Adobe and Virtual Analyst are there to help support us and our businesses wherever we are, whenever we are, with the information that we need to make better decisions.
So if I'm Princess Cruises, I know that I don't need to take any action on this. This is a good anomaly, and I can continue playing my cricket.
Yeah, or drinking tea in the house because you're out.
This is really cool. This is cool. Isn't it cool? Fantastic. So, to summarize, what you just saw was the Analytics Cloud. And within that, you saw three key things. Number one, we saw meaningful measurement, which allows you to know and understand your customer better. Precision audiences, which is focused on integrated data sets, even from your publishers. And finally, actionable insights, which allows teams to create great personalized experiences at scale. Now, with that, I would like to thank Joe for a wonderful demonstration and our engineering team for all the hard work for this demo. And I would like to hand it back to Brad. Thank you very much.